Hello all. On this video, I'm going to talk about two terms today which are used in the development life cycle: gold plating and scope creep. Though these two concepts or terms in the way they impact the project is almost same, there's a clear difference between two. So let's understand each of it individually and see what the difference is. So let's talk about what scope creep is. Now, this is one of the most common term which the developers or the project managers come across as part of the development phase. If not gold plating, but this one is something which everyone commonly uses. The term scope creep, and mostly in the agile world, we talk about scope creep. So I'm sure you all know what scope is. So scope is the documented work plan of deliverables of a project. It details the project specification, boundaries, key deliverables. Now, what scope creep is? So this particular creep or the scope creep occurs when the scope, deliverables, features on a project expand from what was originally set without accounting into the additional time and budget. So that's scope creep. So many a times we hear people or the project manager saying, end of the development phase or end of the timeline. Somebody comes and says, really can't believe the client has changed the requirements again, or they think they have eventually planned more than what they can actually do. But in the position of the scrum master or the project manager or a product owner, it is our responsibility to control this scope creep, and it is one of the major factors which impacts the project's goal. So let's keep this video as short as possible and focus on the three things: cause, impact, and how we can actually avoid. So talking about the causes of scope creep, I feel the team member who is really unclear on what the scope is, team member who wants to develop his own vision rather than the planned scope, team decisions which are made in vacuum. These could be some of the causes. So at the beginning of the project, it is very much needed that all the requirements are outlined. Team should be involved as much as we can. Conduct a kickoff meeting with the team, help them understand the scope of the project. Now make sure everyone is working as a team. If someone goes out of the boundary, trying to produce something else, there will definitely be differing ideas, and there will not be enough support within the team as well. So get people working together to define and identify solutions. And a project manager, the temptation of the project manager to make things work in the existing budget and time could be one of the main reasons. So he might not be flagging the client or the stakeholder, even though he finds a risk. That could be one reason for the scope creep. And the client, that's the most obvious reason for scope creep. So be aware of the clients who are going on adding small requests that gradually build up. So suggest, some clients keep suggesting new ways to do things in the middle of the project that will eventually increase the time and cost of the project. And undocumented conversations, this is one more reason why we tend to build up the scope creep. And then uncontrolled changes, inflexible change control process. I think these two can be one point rather than two different ones. Lack of project scope statement. So all these uh, are the causes of the scope creep. So what really happens when there is a scope creep? We would have conflicting priorities and interests, overloaded or overworked resources, which will eventually lead to dissatisfied or demotivated employees, the increase in the budget, time, or cost, dissatisfied stakeholders. So, how do we avoid this scope creep in the development phase? So, one thing is we need to very clearly define the requirements, define and use a change control process, create a clear project schedule, Verify the scope with stakeholders regularly, engage the project team, communication and proper feedback process. So set up a change control process that everyone can accept. There should be a set of review, approval and implementation process. And whenever there is a risk, please do flag it to the project manager, the clients and the stakeholders. I mean, doing this we can actually buy out either time or increase the budget as well. Maintain transparency. So whenever there is a creep, set up a meeting, inform the leadership, inform the stakeholders, and always do impact analysis whenever there is a change. So to summarize the ways of managing this scope creep, one is be proactive, prioritize the work, be very transparent in communicating whenever there is a change in the requirement, always analyze the impact and embrace it. Ask what is necessary for a testable, usable product. If that means changing scope, look for the ways to incorporate the new changes and plan accordingly and keep everyone posted. Now let's talk about the term which is rarely used, I should say, gold plating. So gold plating also means adding extra features that were not part of the product scope. Now the causes for the gold plating could be one, to make the clients happy. Team wants to prove their ability. Project manager can add extra functions to earn credit. Might be to divert the actual defects. So gold plating is something which we are doing intentionally, uh, without informing the leadership or the management about what change we are really making, which is not in line with the plan which is already made. So developers could do this. I'll share an example which I found online, which will clearly explain what gold plating is. So let's talk about the example for gold plating. So while developing the project, one of the project team member thought that this particular extra functionality will add value to the customer as it looks good. For example, he added a video which will brief about the product to the end user, and the project team delivered the product to the customer. When the customer looked at the extra feature of adding the video of the product, he also observed that the web page performance is impacted, which is violating one of the quality requirements of the product. So the customer asked the project team to remove this extra functionality as it does not exist in the agreed scope. Now the project team must spend some good amount of time and effort, eventually the cost on the project, to remove this extra unnecessary functionality and retest the product before you deliver to the customer. So here the project, what was the team trying to do? It was basically trying to please the customer by adding an extra functionality with good intention, but it has done bad to the customer and also costed more to the project. Now this is a clear example of gold plating in the project management. So what happens when the developers start doing gold plating in their development phase? So it will eventually increase the cost, it will increase the risk, it will delay the schedule and increases the client's expectations as well. So now let's see the ways to avoid this gold plating. So first thing is, do not allow developers to add any additional features. Now how do we confirm that they're not doing such things? So have a very good review mechanism, have things mentioned in your acceptance criteria, document all the changes whenever there is a change, and have a proper review and approval process. And as a project manager, just say no, just avoid these client pleasing activities by the developers, and have a very transparent and open communication within the team. So now let's see the basic difference between scope creep and goal plating in one or two points. So both these two involve adding extra features to the project. There is a difference, right? That's what we have discussed so far. So in the scope creep, the scope baseline is changed, but in the gold plating, the baseline remains the same. And scope creep usually results from customer or stakeholders requesting for a scope expansion, but in case of gold plating, the team voluntarily provides extras without the customer requesting for them. So that's the most important and the basic difference between these two terms. So hope you have found this video informative. If you have liked the content, do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you all.